Yeah, Justin, I don't know about you, Justin Bieber. He basically came to California because he was searching for other people's births and he's looking for other people's secrets. So, realistically, this is your motive here in Los Angeles, right, Justin? So, we could say that your so called music career is not about you, really. It's not about you as one individual. It was about the scope of California and the scope of me coming out of Canada. That's crazy. And I know it's a lie. God wouldn't use Justin to do that. Yeah, he just didn't. If anything, Justin, you're on borrowed time. Yeah, it's actually very wicked. Yeah, he was just looking for anybody to help him. That's not God. God was never that way. God's chosen people. They come in strong. They have a strong message, and then they leave. So even Justin hanging around in California, oh yeah, the sushi in Japan. Oh yeah, the food, yeah. And then by the next day, he's talking about Beverly. Try to make a reference out of Beverly Hills. Like Justin, you don't have any type of spiritual connection. Beverly Hills is in Los Angeles, but we're talking about the true people who are actually spiritually connected to those spaces. That's not the truth of who you are. It's not, you're not connected to Beverly. You know what I mean? He's trying to hang on to like a lot of old perspectives that come out of Hollywood that had nothing to do with him or his bloodline. He wasn't a part of it. Even the structure of Hollywood back in the day, he was never a part of it. So it was just weird. Like he just talks about, you just talk a bunch of crap online, Justin. You need to stop doing that. He was never ahead. That's why he just never had. You're sitting around searching for my bird. That was what it's about. I've just about had enough of these people. I'm sorry. I've been telling my twin about this. Like, I just about had it. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people who had enough of these type of people, Justin. It's time for you to start learning the law now. When it comes to, especially when it comes to me as one individual, it's time for people like Justin to learn about what the law is. And when there's some things that he needs to learn, you hear me? And when I tell you certain things, you can't come and look at me with any type of manipulation. Stop playing with people. They need to stop playing with people like me. I'm a chosen vessel. I know there's everyone on this planet, they get like this, you know? You ever been around like a child and then you see that child playing around and then you start seeing the child acting foolish. And then the child's foolishness is starting to affect you. And then you look at them and you say, okay, now it's time for me to speak up. And let that person run around with their rebellion and da 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 da, act stupid or whatever. But now it's time to speak up. When are you going to learn to respect God's creation, Justin? When are you going to learn to respect humanity? Not everything is a game. Obviously, you never reach maturity levels to understand these concepts you're not serious enough about life. Don't you ever compare yourself to me. And don't you ever try and speak down on who I am as a person and my purpose and my identity here in Los Angeles. Be real. He came searching for me. That's what you did, Justin. You came searching for what I represent. There's no cloning or nothing like that. I think that's like the most dumbest. This is when you know some people are true devil worshippers, because if you are of God consciousness, you wouldn't even think the thought of trying to clone another person if you were God's consciousness. If you'd learn to develop your own self with God, and if you actually took the time to do your own work, then you wouldn't be sitting around talking about cloning other people. That's that's the epitome of true devil. The devil is so jealous, he's not even willing to repent to even deal with his own God self. Isn't that crazy? I can't help people like Justin. I'm sorry. I'm not even apologize. I can't help you, Justin Bieber. So you sitting around there talking about, oh, Beverly, and then you're talking about, oh yeah, Tokyo. Oh my God, yeah, yeah. This is what this black girl. This is her life. I'm trying to tell it. I'm trying to tell this black girl's life all over social media. Oh yeah, I'm trying to be her. You're the dumbest person on social media. You're the dumbest because you refuse to stop. There's a time when wickedness has to cease. Even the Bible talks about it, and you still want to carry on. Justin Bieber is so delusional. He thought he had my destiny. There's no destiny, Justin. There's different pathologies, different ways. You're not developed enough to understand. He's not developed enough to understand how God even works. It's about the stuff that Justin Bieber just doesn't know. And why doesn't he know that? It's because he's not from my bloodline. We're talking about, I grew up in Canada, and it's a totally different mindset when it comes to the people. It's about actually doing your work. It was about doing your work, Justin. It wasn't about you walking around manipulating people and trying to systematically oppress a female like myself just because I'm black, right? And then you want to sit, Justin Bieber, who doesn't know anything, wanted to sit on top. He wanted to be on top of the world. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I want to be on top of the world by stalking my life. That doesn't make any sense, man. No, I don't have time for these low vibrational people. You see, there's a time when you sit around it year after year after year after year after year after year after year. Now I'm going into the ninth year of sitting in this, and I look back and I say, what did I really accomplish? When did I waste my time? What did I really accomplish? Even with Justin, with all this mess of you sitting around talking about me, what did you really accomplish, Justin? Besides you just being a jealous gossiper with all your spell work online, what did you actually accomplish? He needs to reveal, Justin, with everything that you did to me, what do you represent? You're a, you're a hate group. You don't represent God. You're a hate group. Groups of hate, hateful people. Groups of hateful people and stolen legacies. There's no truth to what you say, Justin. It's literally you gossiping, running up your mouth based on another person's life. Like he actually thought he had my pathology. There's no way possible. I'm of consciousness based on my bloodline coming out of a generation. And out of every generation, there's a specific purpose. There's a reason behind certain pathologies. Out of a season, out of a cycle, out of a generation, Justin. All you did was hate and gossip. That's all you did. You didn't actually create anything. You went on social media and talk a whole bunch of smack about me and my life. That's not even a real music career. And look how he's online still talking about, oh, Beverly. Oh, Beverly, Beverly. Like, you wanted to possess me? You're not of God. It's one big illusion with this clown kid. He's not even bright, you know. Like 2025 didn't even finish yet, and this clown talking about, oh yeah, 2026 is gonna be a new me and da 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 da. There's not gonna be no new you, Justin. There's no new you. There's a lot of work that you've been talking about that you didn't even start anything. You didn't start anything to even finish anything. That's when you know he's fake, you know. I've seen other artists online, like they'll have projects, like you see, like you'll have I'll give an example. You know, because of Hurricane Melissa, there's people that went to Jamaica and they have their foundations, and they said, okay, we're gonna help with the power. We're gonna help restore power, the power lines in this area. They set their plan. They went there. They fixed whatever area they could fix, and then they left. Their purpose is complete. The mission out of that is complete. Not Justin. He's not that type. No, he's not, oh yeah, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go this and do that. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Just a whole bunch of talks. There's a whole bunch of talks out of jealousy. I'm tired of him. I'm getting tired of some of these people. Okay, this false attachment with this kid here. This is the reason why I come online and talk about it, you know, but realistically I can't. There's people who aren't on my they aren't on my level. So a lot of things, if I were to come online and give people the full scope of a certain path, you know, like people wouldn't understand. They're just not on my level, okay? So I'm very careful what I say online. But Justin, you are not me. I don't want to waste my time on. I'm about God's business. I'm not about hate or anything like that. You are not me. Anything that God instructs me to do, I'm doing it. You're just not on my level. Some people will say, "Oh, it's mental." No, 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 no. You got it wrong. People are obsessed with using that word. They don't because they can't think of anything else. You're just not on my level. They're behind with people trying to, they're trying to gain some type of understanding based on why people behave a certain way. It's not your place. It's not your place to speak over people. You cannot. And I don't accept it. I don't accept it from people like Justin Bieber, and I don't accept it from strangers. That's just what it is. Anyway, I'm tired of this negativity, so I'm gonna go out now and I'm gonna focus on what I can, what's positive for today, and it's just about me walking away from all forms of negativity. If they like being negative, they can stay negative. I choose to be positive. And my whole purpose with getting Justin Bieber to get lost is because he's too negative. And you're trying to hide it, like, oh no, that's not what I do. No, I don't sit in the dark and talk bad things about a black woman. Of course you do, Justin. Even God himself knows. Yesterday it was like spirit was showing me some things, and then I had to speak up about it. And then I just knew automatically that God was like, I just knew that God was on my side because as soon as I stepped out and went outside, God was right there. God was speaking to me. God sent the God sent one particular person to approach me and send a message to me. I don't even know who that person is, but I know that person was God sent. And it was literally God sent to get me out of these situations, Justin. So if you think that God is only there for you, guess again. God is there for me. God is there for my bloodline. God is there for my people. Justin failed. Justin, you failed to be yourself. That's where you fail in life. That's where you lose. You don't have no sacrifice in them. It's like, think about if you're, let's say if you're to visit a foreign country, and then whatever they were doing in the foreign country, you know, they'll share, it's like, this is what we used to do, or this is what we do, this type of food we eat, whatever. Oh, that's cool. That's not who you are. You need to have some respect for other people's cultures. If you don't like it, if you don't like certain things, other people's cultures, stay away from them. What he's doing is dumb, Justin. Yeah, what he's doing is dumb. It's just not right. Yeah, I'm just tired of it now. I've been talking about it for a long time now. I'm just getting tired of it. I mean, at least on YouTube you can come online and talk about it. I'm really getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of certain types of people. You're a hate group. That's what it is, and that's what I need to stay away from. These hate groups need to stay away from me. They don't make sense to me.